late. I ran behind on a phone call, so please forgive me. For those of you who don't know, my name is Shannon Miller, and I am a cleaning business owner here in the great state. The light has changed. In the great state of Arizona, and have been so for over a decade. I am also CEO of Clean Freaks University, where I teach people how to run the back end of their business and not be run over by their business. Hello, I don't know who's there. And so that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, talking to you guys on Zoom calls. And which makes my life very interesting because I get to hear a lot of things. Hi, Shannon. How are you? And hopefully you guys can all hear me. I'm going to kind of close the blind so it's not like The Shining. Today, we are going to talk about writing a business plan. A lot of people will write a business plan when they're brand spanking new and then never look back. I believe in writing a business plan or a scope of what my financial goals are, at least annually. And as we all know, next month is June. So if you have not written a business plan or a tentative goal plan or a bucket list of some sort, even on napkin, you need to write one. And especially with this year, we all kind of need to watch our expenses more because, as we all know, we're in this huge state of inflation. And I know they're saying it's like, what was it, 8.5%. But I genuinely feel that it's not 8.5%. I think we're right about 22 to 25%, because I don't think that they want us to panic. I did speak to my cousin who is in Hamburg, Germany, and she said that gas is roughly $22 a gallon and that milk is roughly $15 a gallon if you can get milk. And I was like, what do you mean? Because cows have to be milked twice a day. And it's a supply chain thing because of the gas. So craziness. I go, what about toilet paper? And she goes, we all have bidets. So toilet paper is not an issue in Europe like it is here in America. So I wanted to come out and basically a business plan is usually done when you're new, but you should write one every single year. And it should have some sort of financial goal. So there's some groups. Hopefully you guys can see me. I just kind of jumped on here real quick. I didn't really have a lot of time. So hopefully you guys can see here. Let's fix that. Let's see. We are here. And we've got to do that right there. And then, oh, we got to do the magic button. Perfect. So then now you guys can read. Right. We can read it and it's not backwards. So when you are writing your business plan, you can make it fancy or not fancy. And I'm not a big advocate of writing a business plan to get a business loan. When you are new and you're trying to figure out how to make things work and you're out cleaning or you're not out cleaning and you have a huge business loan that you are responsible for paying back, it can kind of put a damper on things and a lot of pressure. Because there's a lot of cogs in the wheel that have to run smoothly. And if those don't run smoothly, you're not going to be able to focus on making that monthly payment for that business loan. So I don't recommend that you are using your business plan to apply for a loan unless that's something that you want to obligate yourself to. I think that you are cutting your nose off to spite your face. But that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you guys want. You guys are all big boys and big girls. So your business plan should state what your business goals are. So, way back when I was small, I wanted to hit 250K. So I knew that I could do it. I just didn't know how to get there initially until I had all of the bells and whistles going. And then I was like, oh, I can do this. And then I wanted to hit the 500K, right? And I was like, yeah, I hit $500,000. I'm awesome. And then I hit the 750 mark. And then I made it to the 1. Sorry. So, having a financial goal and setting those and having, and tracking those systems in place are important. So you have to have a financial goal. So for simplicity, let's just say that we want to goal ourselves at the 250K, right? So you're like, okay, how am I going to get to the 250K? And I don't have a way to add, and I'm not good at adding in my head because my little has my other phone. So, you would divide this number by biweekly clients, right? So we would talk about if we had, 100 clients would equal, we're just hypothetically speaking, we're just going to go for easy math because I'm not good at doing this in my head. So we know that if we took the 100 and we divided into 50, we know that we would actually, that's how many clients we would get to the 250 mark. And then if you wanted to hit the 500, okay, you would probably need about 250 to 300 clients. And then 7 figures is right around the 400 mark. I had 425 when I sold. So that's 425 clients on my roster that we rotated through either monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. So having a definitive business goal is super important. You will often hear me talk about you can gross 100K your first year if you do it right, and that is very true. So it's an introductory overview of your business. So some people like to go in the commercial, and you would just say house cleaning business that services Yavapai County. That's the name of my county. Yavapai. I can tell you that with gas, I probably wouldn't be serving all of Yavapai County because it does touch almost Sedona. I probably would only service the 5 areas of my community. So there's 5 little mini cities. Oh, sorry. CITIES, cities. And I would make sure that my service area was conclusive to what I wanted to make. And then company description, it's pretty basic here. So you have a house cleaning business. And you can get really fluffy. There's all of those, corporate entities where we want to provide, wonderful service to all these clients. But in actuality, excuse me, I'm losing my voice already, is you want to have a company that is good for you, that employees love, right? So, more in-depth detailed description of your business and why it exists. So we have house cleaning clients, but we couldn't have any house cleaning clients unless we had great employees. So you would have to think of something snazzy to say that kind of combined the two. So, house cleaning business. That provides 26 full-time employment. Or something to that effect. You could put, I'm just flying off the cusp here. So you would have to come up with something that's creative and that works for you. A lot of people are customer based, so to provide exceptional, right? Everyone wants that, right? Exceptional house cleaning services. To Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, and Dewey. That keeps it simple. That's actually my area. My immediate area, and then we cover more areas out depending on where we are. So then you want to do a market analysis. So lots of people ask what market analysis is, and it can go so many ways. So basically what you're going to do for your market analysis is you're going to go right to Google or DuckDuckGo, and you're going to call around. And you're going to actually ask, I can tell you my area has 7 large companies. When I had Castle Keeper, I was on the top 3. so keep her cleaning. And then I have about 60, I call them micro companies that I know of. I'm sure I haven't touched base with all of them, but I think I have 60 micro companies. So what I would do if I was doing market research is I would call the first 10 large companies in your service area to figure out what they charged. And I know we discuss this a lot in the group, and there are a couple of people out there who still don't believe that they can charge what I charge, and I keep telling them that I live in a small town and I charge those prices all the time. It is a mindset thing. Excuse me. And the more I get my hands on you guys, the more I know that we're all going to shift in the direction we need to go. The housekeeping industry is changing as a whole. There's robotics coming on. Someone promised me a video of a robot cleaning a bathroom. I can't wait to see it. But we need to make sure that we're earning top dollar while we're out there. So if you are still charging by the hour and you're still charging $20 or $25 an hour, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to walk you through. Or if you don't want to talk to me at all, I get that. Not everybody wants to talk to me. And I understand. So you can get the Pricing Blueprint Masterclass. It's $20.22. It's a 34-minute video, and it describes exactly how I price. Exactly. It is, amazingly enough, it's only 6 months old, and I probably need to go in and refilm it because the prices have gone up so much. Who could have anticipated, right? So having your company description is super important. And then market analysis. And then business goals. So we talked about the 250K. And looks like I probably need to spray this down, but that's okay. So products and services and business goals we already talked about. So products and services, so that's when you're doing your market analysis. You're going to figure out what you're going to charge, right? So if someone calls you up and says, I want my 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and I want it cleaned bi-weekly, how much do you charge? And you can say, well, I'm charging $162.50 to $177.25. And you have to give a range. So $162.50, $177.25, and then that's going to be your part. That's for bi-weekly, right? And then if someone says, well, I'm interested in getting weekly service, and then you can say, well, weekly is going to be $148.50, right? And then, okay, well, I don't know if I want bi-weekly or weekly. How much for monthly? Because we're getting a lot of people who are trying to figure out how they're still going to fit housekeeping into their housekeeping budget, right? So the minimum charge, and this excludes a lot of people, and I know we talked about this in another video, should you even service monthly cleanings? And I think probably next year I'm going to go in that direction. We're not going to have monthly cleanings. But the minimum charge for us right now starts at $175. And the reason for it starting at $175 is because I don't want my cleaning techs going out for under that money. So if you have a small 1-bedroom, 1-bath house and it doesn't fit your budget for the $175, then you can't be my client because that's what the minimum charge is. Most of the time it's $250 for monthlies, right? So you're going to have your monthly price of $175, and that's going to be your products and services. So you're just going to decide, and I'm hoping nobody comes out and says, I have 3-week clients, because we all discussed that, right? So if you take on 3-week clients, it's really hard to fit in 2 3-week clients or 3 3-week clients. So that's important because 3-week clients always mess up your schedule. So that's going to be your products and services. And then you need to have a marketing plan. And when you have a marketing plan, you need to market above your attrition rate. So you have to figure out what that is. So for those of you who do not know what attrition is, and the attrition is the probability of someone leaving your services at any given time. So that's going to be because they passed away. We have a huge senior base here. They moved away or they moved into a facility. They had people move in with them. They've had people move out. One of them, we already said, passed away. Sometimes they get a job change because we do have some people who work here, but mostly everyone's retired. So these are all reasons for attrition. Teachers, will go if they're not working over the summer because they want to spend time with their kids, and then they'll pick back up. So you have to be able to manage what your attrition rate is, and you need to market above that. So if you're a small business, it should be 2% attrition. ATTRITION. So 2% of your clients are going to leave you at any given time. So you need to market above that, right? So if you market above that, so that's, so if you had $1, right? So it would be 2 cents of every dollar would go towards marketing, hypothetically speaking. And I'm just doing that because it's easy math, because I'm not good at doing math in my head. So for those of you who can, God bless you. And then you need to have an operation plan. Do you plan on running out of your house? Do you plan on having a brick and mortar? Do you plan on buying a building? What do you plan on doing, right? So that's important too. I can tell you that I have had the 2 locations that I rented from. And when we moved back into my house and rented out of my house, it was so nice to have an extra 25 grand a month to spend on marketing. I didn't realize how much money I was blowing for the right of, you know, signage on the street, right? So after I transitioned, I was like, this is awesome. I have like a lot of money now, a lot more money than my normal budget. So I just kind of divided it and then put it into the marketing budget every month. And then, of course, there's the financial plan. So this gets kind of technical when you go to a bank. They want to know a lot of things. They're going to ask you if you're applying for a loan, which I don't recommend that you do, but in case you're wondering, they're going to ask you how long you've been in the cleaning business, so how long. They want to know if you're going to clean yourself or if someone else is going to do it for you. Sorry. They're going to want to know how much you grossed if you cleaned as a cleaner. And thankfully, because you guys are in this group, you're going to say 100K, over 100K. And then they want to know if you're going to, you know, are you going to be insured? Are you going to have a building? Will you have company cars? So you would just write a brief summary of all those things. And then you would submit it. So depending on how good your writing is, your technical writing depends on if you get the loan or not. I actually used to just write this out with all my businesses. So for those of you who don't know me, I was actually a silversmith before this lifetime. And I was a jewelry designer by trade. So we used to do shows, and we would do 67 to 89 shows in the summers. And so in California, so we would just hit the circuit. And we would do shows and arts and crafts shows, and we would go and do buys down in Tucson. And I would write my business plan accordingly, and we would buy like $50,000 worth of product when we went down to Tucson. And then we had production times and all this other stuff. So in a different lifetime, I was a silversmith, and I find it interesting that I've had 2 separate careers where I've dealt with chemicals and the whole component of what chemicals work where, what the melting point is, and all this other interesting stuff. Because in the cleaning industry, you deal with chemicals in a different way, right? In the silversmith industry, you're melding and hammering and doing all those things. So that's what you would do with your summary. Does anybody have any questions so far? Yes, Cheryl, you're going to be able to rewatch this video. Anybody have any questions that might pertain to today's video that you want to ask me at all? I'm looking, it says I need one myself. Yes. There we go. Any other questions? I got a lot of you guys on here today. So that's just kind of a brief summary of how you can write a business plan. When I used to sit down at the end of the year to write next year's goals, most of it was financial based. So I knew that I wanted to hit certain numbers. So you're going to have a goal and stick to it. And then you have to decide how you're going to get there, right? So I kind of briefly mentioned how many clients it takes to hit 7 figures. So if you want to hit the 250 mark, you want to get 100 clients, right? So you have to think, okay, how am I going to get 100 clients? And a lot of you guys are going, oh my God, 100 clients. How many is that on the schedule? So when you're at 100 clients, you're doing about 40 houses a week. That's Monday through Friday. I still see some of you guys doing Monday through Saturday. I think that you should take 2 days off. It's up to you, but you'll burn yourself out. And then if you're managing the boat and the boat sinks, then you're in trouble. So 40 a week to get 100 clients, and then you'll kind of rotate. So it'll be 40, 40, 40, 40. So this is like 120, right? So that would be 120 clients. So if you have 100 goal, if you're doing 40 a week, so then you should be able to do 20 grand in a week, right? 25 grand in a week. And then you would figure out your margins from there on how to break that down so you can pay yourself and your workers and then your electricity and all that other stuff. Your workman's comp, your general liability, all that other stuff. And then you'll hit 40 grand a week. And you just keep on growing with all those structures in place. So does anybody have any questions? So glad I can rewatch this. Kids are going crazy. Don't you just love that, Jessica? Mine are like, it's a radar. As soon as I get on here, they want to come in. Then they start jumping around, and I'm like, this is not helping me look professional at all. And they're like, woo! So yes, definitely goals. So any other questions? I hope I explained that clearly. It kind of went through a little fast. Alrighty, well, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday and a wonderful Friday, and I will see you guys again on Saturday. So if you guys have any questions about your business, it's Coffee Talk on Saturday, and if you have questions about pricing or doing a pricing increase, there's the Pricing Blueprint Masterclass, and if you need help with just doing a plain old price increase, I'm more than happy to speak to any of you over the phone to hold your hand to walk you through how to do it. Anyway, what time on Saturday? So Saturday would be 9 a.m. my time, so 9 a.m. Arizona time. So I'll pop on here on Saturday, and if you have any business questions, I will go one by one, and we'll just talk about whatever questions you have. Anything to do with your business. I can't help you with your date life or how to cook something or, any of those things, even though I have a lot of restaurant experience. I can't tell you how much to donate to the church. But I can talk to you about your business. So whatever questions you have about your business, if you're interested in having me answer them, that's your one chance once a month. I don't do it twice a month. It's only one Saturday a month. And we'll talk to you guys then. You guys take care.